So we are performing your piece again, Scada, for cello and bass on February 20th at the Shop Theatre. I don't even know if I mentioned it.
I don't even know where that is. Where is it?
I think nobody does. I didn't know.
Hopefully they find out.
Yeah, I hope so. It's a good venue. It's on 2nd, right close to Maine. So it's a great location.
Wow.
It does not look like a theater at all from the outside. It looks like a very industrial kind of garage or something. But it's very cute.
Yeah,
inside.
Cool.
It's a mix of classy and trashy.
Right.
It's interesting. I'll be performing a piece by Astrolabe for cello, a solo, and then Mark Haney is playing a solo double bass piece, and then Craig Alders, another composer in town, wrote a duet for us, and Luc Martin from Ontario wrote another duet. So it was supposed to be a concert of solos with one single duet to finish it, but it became like lots of duets, and you ended up writing that piece for us. So we were like, we are playing it again, great. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about your piece.
Yeah, sure. So so it started, I mean, I guess we started working together on music for dance, for a collaboration between you and one dancer with Clara. And I just needed material for that, so I sort of drummed up a bunch of material, solo cello stuff, some of which I really liked.
And this was in the summer, right?
Yeah, last summer. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, last summer. And then you mentioned this piece, and it was going to be flute and cello, right, originally?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it's called Night Scada, which is nightshade, which is the sort of, I think it's, God, I can't remember where, Old English or something?
Yeah.
Root.
And so this came from the idea of having the bass, a very low instrument.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, just the darkness of that ensemble, right? So, and you know, the way I had been thinking about making the piece, or about taking that material from the dance stuff, was that I would be putting a flute part on top of it. So, in other words, you're going to be the bass voice, basically.
Okay, using material from
using
the
that
other
same.
word.
Yeah, exactly. Using that same material, you would kind of wind up being the bass voice, and there'd be flute on top. And when you mentioned the idea, it didn't occur to me right away. But when I started to work with material, I was like, wait a minute, she's not the bass anymore, which was actually really cool, because suddenly there was a whole different kind of color harmonically that could happen by putting the having the double bass underneath. And so I just started playing around with what was possible there, and I just found myself into these weird, dark, kind of very rich, dissonant kind of colors and so on. But also just the way that being able to control what the implied harmony was with the double bass with Mark against your line. It could I could take that material and put it in all sorts of different kind of contexts, right, in a way. The flower of the nightshade is this beautiful kind of purpley kind of flower, and that's kind of the beautiful side of it. But then this sort of dark, dissonant side of it is kind of the poison of the nightshade. So.
Am I the flower?
You're the flower. Mark Haney's the poison.
Awesome.
Actually, it's great to hear that you guys have played it a few times too, because you just, it's notoriously difficult to get repeat performances as a composer. Like you have a premiere or whatever, and oftentimes that's it.
That's right.
But when there's even one more performance, it makes a huge difference.
Well,
I mean, I can't remember. Somebody also said too that people shouldn't come to the premiere. I can't remember who it was, but because it's never what it is.
Great.
Yeah, it's always like the composer just got it together, the ensemble got it too late, and they don't, they haven't had a chance to settle into it, right? Exactly. So it's always better, like, after a couple times.
Good.
Yeah. So yeah,
we'll see you on the 20th.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks.